Hello and welcome to my 20-minute video presentation upon James Whittle's profile. As previously indicated throughout my 2000 word report, within this video I'll be identifying and addressing one of his main weaknesses. With regards to how I got to this weakness, I've used a video profile as well as a profile performance wheel, as well as notational and video and somewhat also statistical analysis. The reason behind coming to one of his weaknesses, the weakness itself is actually dribbling. Upon looking at the performance profiling wheels used throughout my report, it's obviously evident that this is one of James's main weaknesses. There's been times where James has personally told me that he feels like if he had the ability as well as the confidence to turn and attack defenders, then this would make him a better player overall. Obviously, this was James's opinion, and I haven't yet seen this. However, after noticing it through attending and viewing his matches, I personally spotted this as well. There's been times when he comes off the defender and he turns and he manages to face up with the defender. I know for a fact he's got the pace and ability to beat these players. However, there's times that he lacks in confidence, and also this reflects in his technical ability, where sometimes the ball is too far in front of him. On occasions, he's getting tackled far too easily, the ball's far too far in front of him, and also there's times when he's passing it when really, for a centre attacking midfielder like himself, he should be turning and attacking. Throughout the actual video itself, I did wear headphones, as you can see throughout the video. However, unfortunately, the microphone that I've used to link up with the video has been faulty. Obviously, due to the time of the video, I've not managed to go back and repeat the experiment, and so I can only apologise for the poor video quality. Further to this, there'll be times where I'll be including a voiceover just so you can, obviously the sound quality is somewhat distorted in some places, and so I'll just be reinforcing some of the main points that I was talking to James about. Thank you for this. Right, so I'm with Jim today and we're going to be doing some coaching. I've been visiting Jim throughout his training and a couple of his matches, and we've come across one type of weakness, and Jim has identified this himself as well as me personally noticing it as well. So what is your weakness, Jim?
Dribbling.
What is it about dribbling that frustrates you in your game?
Just not, I can't get the ball at the feet quick enough. I'm not moving quick enough with the ball.
No
it's
worries.
not close enough to me.
And is there a few examples in the game where we was getting frustrated with you?
Yeah. When I'm running with the ball, I lose it because I
No
keep
worries.
getting frustrated.
Is it a confidence thing or is it technical or a bit of both, do you think?
A bit of both, I think. I mean, sometimes I'm not too confident running with the ball, but that'll get better.
No worries. So the aim of this session is really to get an end goal and be progressive.
Yeah.
Obviously, when you're dribbling, the main thing we need to understand is that the end goal is the thing. It's okay doing skills in certain areas, freestyle, but it's all about, if you're going to get crossed away, a through ball or a shot.
Okay.
So as Ryan's saying, you're a centre attacking mid,
Yep.
so you're just behind the striker. So obviously, dribbling in your game is obviously important. There's chances that will be given to you from all different people, and it's important in your game to turn and be able to dribble. Okay.
Yep.
So just before we start, just want a little quick warm up, just to get us without the ball this time, just to get us in the flow of movement. We're just going to go through the ball, turn and go back. You can do that on your own, yeah. No problem. Throw it on again, buddy, yeah. Yeah, good. This time, we're going to go through the free toss. What is not? Back in. Yep. And again. One more time. No worries. So obviously, within dribbling, it's all about our footwork. This just gives us an idea of, getting our feet nice and warm.
Yeah.
This time we're going to incorporate a ball, okay? I know what you're thinking, this is very simplistic, but it's important we get the basics before we can go any further, okay?
Yeah.
So, you're right footed, aren't you?
Yep.
So all you're going to be doing, inlet ball, your right foot. To focus on, inside and outside of your feet. Yeah, go one more time. Good stuff. Okay. Now this time, all I want you to do is exactly the same, but this time, inside and outside of your foot, left foot this time.
Okay.
I know you might struggle with this with your weak foot, but have a go. This is what all the session is about.
Okay.
Have a go with that. Go. Yeah, left. Go forward, hold on. Alright, this time, Jim, just sing exactly the same for left foot. This time, before you get to the next corner, try and have a bit of help around the elbow. So you come up to this corner here, and your balls are already very close to this corner. If you can, have a think about it in your mind and think, is there any possible way I can get it roughly halfway? Okay? Off we go. That's it. Okay, good. Okay, so obviously the first time it was all about the pace you thought, okay?
Yep.
Spent a little bit more time on it, and your dribbling was a lot better, okay? So yeah, that's good. Okay, now this time, when you're in a situation, you're going to have opportunities where it's not always going to be on your right foot. Obviously, I'm not sure if you've ever played defender, but defenders will sort of put you on your weaker foot.
Okay.
Lead you down the weak side, okay? So there's going to be times when you're going to have to shift the ball, okay? So all I want you to do this time is you're going to go up the right hand side using both feet, okay? And then after that, we're going to go down the left and do exactly the same with both feet this time, inside and outside of both feet, okay? So do a little down, and then back. Do it. Obviously, what I tried doing there, what do you think I did?
You were a bit too quick.
Running a bit too fast, correct, yeah. So my demo was quite poor. Remember, second goal you did there was a lot slower, in control. So can you try and do that, okay? Okay, go. Good, that's super good, that's good, well done. So unfortunately this is where I've got my back to the camera, and so what the microphone hasn't really picked up all the amount of voice that I've been having conversations with James. Obviously the first drill, as you've previously just seen, is that of I'm just sort of guiding James back into the dribbling technique. I incorporated ideas such as using both feet, because I've told him that good defenders will know that it's their duty to force an attack onto their weak foot. The reason for this is that obviously they feel more imbalanced on the weak foot, and normally players have a stronger foot. I've told him that's why it's important to dribble with both feet, and keeping the ball away from the defender is the key point here, and he needs to further understand that running with the ball is different to dribbling. You've got players such as Andros Townsend who run with the ball, where the ball's a few yards in front of him, whereas dribbling, if I say stop, you should be able to put the ball on the foot straight away, and it's all about having that close control. With this next sort of drill I incorporated with James, I included 4 cones. Each of the cones had a different colour, and I told James, and on a noise activated clap, I told him to shout to the cone, and he had to turn and get to that cone as fast as he can with the ball, with keeping the ball under control. The main things looking in this session was waiting for James to acknowledge the clap and the colour cone, and realise that sometimes in a game situation there's going to be times where you need to not only visually but hear audibly that there's players around you asking for the ball, and it's important to be able to turn and get in a direction as fast as you can. There's times throughout this session, as you can see, that James is using very, very simplistic turning techniques. There is actually a few points in the session that I advised him, and I gave him a little demonstration that sometimes this player is going to be on your back. A simple turn isn't going to be effective, and I know for a fact that James has got the technical and tactical ability to produce such turns. These turns include Cruyff, dragbacks and things like that, so I gave him a demonstration to sort of put it back into the grooves of dribbling and sort of blend old skills that he's got back into the dribbling technique. So this is different to the first session because it's more of a game style situation where he's going to have to receive the ball, turn out and get somewhere as fast as possible. And I think this is one of the main sort of player position roles that he needs to do, and it's one of the key factors in his position. His position as a centre attacking midfielder. All I want to do now, Jim, is just give you a little briefing of our next step, okay?
Yep.
Obviously, in your games, last game you got shooting definitely one of your strengths. Every time you need to dribble and shoot, okay? What were your two goals for? One a set piece, and what was the other one?
The one was picking the ball just inside the area.
But was it just sort of a touch and finish?
Yeah.
So there was no
It was
dribbling
just
incorporated?
okay, vertical.
But you were saying to me before in our little briefing that you think there should be times where, before you got injured, there was times where you definitely had the confidence to drive in a tight space and get a shot. And I've seen you've got the ability, Jim. It's just sort of getting back into that routine thing. So this drill's going to sort of put it into a game situation. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to start on the yellow cone, similar to the first activity. All we're going to do is dribble with both feet through the cone.
Yeah.
I'm going to stand on the penalty spot here. We're going to pass the ball. Okay, so you have to use your dribble to get past it and put the ball in the net.
Okay.
It's not massively focused around finishing, although it's a game situation. Try and put it where you would put it in a game. Okay? I know we've got no keeper with us today, but
So the aim's to beat you and score.
to beat me and score, yeah. And what do you think that's going to do as you as a performer?
It's going to, well, for a start, build my confidence.
Yep.
Help me understand how to beat a defender, when to beat a defender.
Yep.
And create an opportunity for me.
Because I know you've got pace as well there. There's a combination of footwork and pace, and I'm sure this will be alright with you. Just like I say, just building that confidence. There'll be times where you break down.
Yeah.
So I'll bring two balls, yeah. So obviously this activity, we're just going to be focusing more on the sort of technical and element, but putting it to a game situation. As I've just previously said, we know Jim's got the ability, but it's his confidence sort of thing. I know I keep saying about confidence, but he's not dribbled on a pitch for a long period of time now. He got injured back in 2015, and he said there's times and elements where before he got injured, that was one of his main weaknesses. Main weaknesses wasn't his dribbling where it is now. It was one of his strengths. So we're just going to run this activity now to try getting back into the groove of things, into a game situation. I'm going to act as a passive defender. The use of a passive defender is going to mean that Jim builds confidence because I'm not 100% tackling him, and also gets him back into the pathway of dribbling and shooting like he should be. Okay. Obviously, due to the technical ability and also technical difficulty of the microphone within this instance, I'm not entirely sure how much of the session you can actually hear, and that's why again I've used a bit of a voiceover here. This third session focuses on multiple elements of James' performance, including his dribbling technique and also his shooting technique, and the reason I've done this is to combine the two together and put it more into like a game-like situation. Obviously, we only have it's a one-on-one situation, and therefore we don't have any other team members to involve, and therefore sometimes a one-on-one situation can be beneficial to improve James's confidence, as well as focusing a lot more on just one athlete. So that's one great benefit of a one-to-one coaching session. However, a drawback to this is that it's less game-like realistic, because James doesn't have any other sort of options apart from dribbling. Throughout the next few minutes of this specific drill, I've taught James multiple elements and sort of coaching points towards heading him into the right direction in order to improve his dribbling technique. These have been stressed throughout the previous two exercises, and these are giving examples such as keeping your head up high and making sure the ball isn't too far away from you. Within this specific coaching session, I got James to incorporate what he'd previously learnt within the last two, and this involved dribbling with the ball within cones. However, as you might have noticed, the cones are actually a little bit further back. Once James reaches the ends of the cones, I fed the ball to his feet. As you can see, I then asked James to attack me, and I played as a passive defender. This made it more into like a game-like situation and tested James's ability not only to dribble, but also focus on other elements such as the shots at the end of the session. As you can see, I used the goal in order to help enhance his shooting and combine the two elements together to put it into more of a real life situation. In order to progress this, I asked James to dribble through the cones with different feet, orient and working on more of his footwork and his skill level. As well as this, once James completed through the cones, I fed the ball to the right and left of him, meaning that he'd have to attack me from different areas using different part of his foot. And this again sort of illustrates the sort of differences you might get in a football game situation, because let's be honest, a ball will not always come straight to your feet every time, and sometimes you might have to chest the ball, you might have to come in from the left hand side or the right side, and this is what I tried to incorporate throughout James's session. One final thing is to understand is that somewhere through this session you might see me stop James. As a passive defender, I started to realise that James kept attacking to the same side. It was his stronger foot, and I said to him sometimes, as a defender, defenders are taught to read players such as James and realise where they're going to go. James soon became readable to this, and I noticed this, as I've just previously mentioned. I told him to mix things up and use different skills in order to beat the defender, and also go down the opposite side and the weak foot of the defender. So for example, varying it from right to left and left to right, etc. However, the only negative of this would be if James was to attack down the left hand side, this would be on his weak foot, and for some players they might not have a weak shooting foot. However, James is very confident with shooting, and so putting all these sessions together not only improves his shooting but also improves and grooves the chances of him receiving the ball in a game-like situation and turning and attacking the defender. As he previously mentioned with his strengths and weaknesses, this was one of his main errors, as he felt that he wasn't able to turn and attack such defenders. This is the reason why I've performed this drill, because it gives him a more real life and game life situation, which hopefully improve his confidence, as well as me personally teaching him about skills of the actual dribbling technique, etc. One last go, Jim. Right hand side, lock up that. Have a look at summary.
So obviously we've used the 3 different activities to sort of look at gym. We're going to start off with basic and we've progressed it slowly. I've sort of exaggerated the importance of dribbling in the use of football. And like he said before I got injured, it was one of his main strengths in his game. However, it's a confidence thing, and he thinks it comes down to his ability, that's why he's not doing it. So what we've tried doing in this little session is for you to try and dribble through the phone, get back into the groove of play. I've explained the difference between running with the ball and dribbling, because that's pretty important. Is there anything sort of, you think, obviously it's a 20-minute session, so it's not going to work on a lot, but I think a one-to-one coaching sort of environment might help. So you've not got pressure of other people, worried about losing it, build a bit of confidence. Have you got anything sort of you'd like to ask, or
just if there's anything else I can look at doing, John, just to even build confidence, anything I can do on my own, never mind just one-to-one.
Yeah, no worries. Obviously practice is quite a lot, whether you come down with a friend or just yourself, you know, you've got you've got 5-10 minutes every night, 20 minutes, half an hour. Come down here, have a go. But also, I understand you're playing in, is it Leeds you play down here?
Yep.
So you're playing 2 times a week down here. So obviously, try it and sort of, it's an 11-a-side game I've been watching you, but I'm not watching in these certain types of games. So what I need to try and do, introduce this sort of dribbling technique into your performance, and see if that benefits it. And as soon as you start building confidence in your 5-a-side game, you can transfer it, can't you? No worries. So I'd just like to thank you for fast getting into today.
Thank you very much.
And I'll come up with sort of a coaching session drills that can be used in the future towards confidence. Not only confidence, but also the sort of skill acquisition and dribbling. Because it was good, and I can see some little improvements. The ball sometimes a little bit heavy under your feet, but we'll work on that. And the session performance and the session plan will try and work on it. No, thanks for that, James.